right, hello everybody. Welcome to the next episode of New Earth Teachings Live. Thank you all for being here. I'm very excited today because there's some really exciting announcements. It's a very, very big day, and it's appropriate being the 1st of November. I hope you're all doing well wherever you are. We are going to be getting into healing requests, and we're going to get into Q&A here very, very shortly. We just have a 1-hour broadcast today, and I'll explain why that is. So I'm going to move on to the announcements. So the Spirit Ambassador Classroom starts today through New Earth Teachings online classroom, patreon.com/New Earth Teachings. There's also a brand new membership that is available on the Patreon website through New Earth Teachings as well too. It's called the Open Q&A membership. Now, this weekly meeting is going to be happening every Sunday starting November 17th. Okay, that's November 17th, every Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. This is an open Q&A meeting where everybody signed up can interact with Adronis, myself, can request healing, can basically do everything that we're doing here on the webcast, but much more deeper in that particular way. So the open Q&A membership is available. That you can sign up for it now. You're also going to get access to certain online courses that are also contained on Patreon, as well as access to video content that's also on the Patreon as well too. Now, the Open Q&A membership is going to be this weekly event that is eventually going to take over the private sessions. The private sessions are going to be ending effective on December 20th. So this is going to be a weekly meeting that people will be able to attend, and you'll be able to ask personal questions because we don't ask personal questions here. We basically just ask kind of semi-personal and general questions. So there's opportunities for personal Q&A. Again, interaction with Adronis, interaction with Rayar, and of course, healing requests as well too. And you can have up to 3 healing requests per person, whereas here it's only just 1. So again, the Open Q&A membership is now available. The Spirit Ambassador Classroom is now starting today. It's going to be starting shortly after this webcast today, starting at 12 p.m. Pacific. So if you want to really rush and check out the first class, you're welcome to do that. But you can sign up for the Spirit Ambassador Classroom at any time. It can be this month, it can be next month, it can be the next month after. It's going to be ongoing. So there is no pressure for you to sign up right away. But if you really want to be a part of the first class, we're going to have a very memorable experience. So it's available to you. Spirit Ambassador Classroom. And of course, the open Q&A meetings, they're going to be happening every Sunday starting November 17th. So go ahead and check that out. Patreon.com/New Earth Teachings. Okay, our second announcement is the healing code cards. So last night I put up the video where I was talking about that the healing code cards, the printed version, is now available. Okay, we are almost sold out. Okay, there are 200 units of healing code cards. I woke up this morning and there was just an amazing amount of orders for the healing code cards. So we are almost sold out. Okay, so if you want to grab your healing code cards, grab them very, very quickly. They are probably going to be gone here by tomorrow. So healingcodecards.com. Like I said, there's units of 200 that's available. I might be able to get up to 250. I just have to check, but right now it's at 200. So healingcodecards.com. You'll find on the homepage the link there to purchase your own printed deck, and it's going to be sent out. It's probably going to take me about a full 2 weeks just to answer all of the orders to basically get shipping and handling done and start getting them all mailed out. So that'll probably take me about a week and a half, 2 weeks. But nonetheless, this is available. And I said about 3/4 of the stock is already sold out. So again, it's going very, very fast. Don't wait. If you want to really get these, grab a hold of them. Grab them as soon as you can, because like I said, I think they're going to be gone by tomorrow. Okay, so as soon as I put these things out, it's like it's just people are just grabbing them really, really quickly. It's like I said, when I was trying to get the printed decks done, I had people just banging down my email door. You could say, Brad, when are we going to get these? When are these coming out? When are these coming out? And I had all kinds of people asking me that. And when I finally say, okay, guys, it's ready, right? They're at it. They're right on it. So again, these are going to go very, very fast. HealingCodeCards.com. Grab your cards while you can. The digital versions are not available anymore. They're all gone. It's all now just the printed versions that are now available on HealingCodeCards.com. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with today's webcast. Again, thank you everybody for being here who's on the live chat. So we're going to start off, as we always do, with the request for healing. Let me just adjust my display here for a moment. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's another cool thing about the healing code cards as well too. It's available to everybody around the world. So it does not matter where you are, whether you're in Australia, whether you're in Japan, whether you're in South Africa, whether you're in the States, Canada, everywhere, right? Everywhere I can deliver the healing code cards to you. So don't feel that this is just for the US or for Canada or for the UK. No, it's for everybody. So when you're ordering a healing code card deck, no matter where you are in the world, I'm going to deliver it to you. Okay, so grab your deck again, like I said, while it lasts. Okay, so thank you everybody for being here. Yeah, we got a lot of people all over the world here on the chat. It's really good to see that. I'm always happy with people from all over tuning in. So guys, if you want to go ahead and put your healing request in, remember it's a single healing request, one single healing request, either for yourself or someone that you know. Let's not try and get too much in regards to the deep, traumatic, emotional situation if it is relating to somebody else. It's for a surface-based healing. And what I mean by that is, like, say, for example, they got like a headache, they got a sore back, maybe they're having back problems, maybe there's some stiffness in their body, etc. That's fine, right? That's basically relating to the idea of surface-based healing. When there's another person that I'm not interacting with who basically has heavy emotional trauma, I need to speak to that person, right? Because I cannot remove their core traumas. That needs to be something that we'd have to work together with. And that also goes for you guys as well, too. If you guys have very deep core trauma, I have to talk to you. I have to work with you guys. And so that would be a session in that way. And like I said, sessions are available for another little over a month and a half right now. So it's best to get on them when you can. I'm already getting quite a bit of bookings for November, but I still have space for November and I have space for December. So if you guys do want to have private sessions with me, Akashic scan sessions as well too, then you can go ahead and go to the website, newearthteachings.com, and book your session. Okay, so again, sessions are around here for a little more over a month and a half, and then they will be gone after that. So grab your sessions while you can. Okay, let me just scroll down the list here. Okay. Okay, so like I said, guys, there's some quests here about other people and what they're going through emotionally. As I said, I can't do work on that person, okay? I have to make sure I talk to them. I have to work with them and find out what they're going through. We're just looking for surface-based stuff, okay? So surface-based stuff for another person. With you, could probably go a little bit deeper, but like I said, with core traumas, it's best left for a private session because I can work with you a lot more deeper there. Okay, here's one for Guru in the Garage. I love the name. I request healing for my left shoulder. Thanks very much. Okay, thank you, Guru in the Garage. I hope your garage is very nice. All right. So everybody, why don't we all join together in this? So just place your hands on your lap, and you can just bring your feet down to the ground, nice and firmly. Okay. And we're just going to take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, legs firmly placed on the ground, and we're going to feel those roots coming out to the bottom of the feet, connecting deeply into the earth. Feeling that brown energy coming up to the roots, moving up through the feet, coming up to the ankles, moving up to the knees, and connecting directly to the root of the spine. And we're just going to feel that brown energy swirling around the chakra centers, not going into the chakra centers, but just swirling around them. And we're going to feel that brown energy swirling around the root chakra of red, moving up into the navel chakra of orange, moving up into the yellow chakra of the solar plexus, moving up into the green heart chakra, particularly the thymus gland, moving up to the sky blue thyroid gland, throat chakra, moving up into the third eye, pineal gland, ocean blue, and moving up to the crown chakra, violet, ultraviolet, connected to both the pineal and the pituitary glands. And now taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Feeling your crown chakra open, feeling this rainbow light coming out of the crown chakra, cascading itself down to the bottom of your feet. and connecting directly to the perineum located in between the genitals. And now feeling your energy field slowly rotating counterclockwise. You can see your energy field in rainbow light if you like. Slowly rotating, subtly rotating, as you are now fully connected and grounded with the earth. And are now ready to receive spiritual cosmic energy. Okay, so Guru in the garage. As you were requesting healing for your left shoulder, what I want you to do right now is just place your right hand over the left shoulder, okay, so wherever you feel the pain is, if it's around here or around here, okay, I just want you to place your hand there. Okay, taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, and Guru in the garage, I just want you to repeat after me. I have 100% faith that the dense energy in my left shoulder will be fully purged from my body, and that my left shoulder will be completely healthy. Okay? So with that affirmation, I just want you to imagine like a little root is coming out of your hand here. And as you're placing it upon the shoulder, you're just absorbing all the dense, stagnant, stale, sluggish energy contained in the left shoulder. Okay, I just want you to feel like you're getting it all, okay, and just putting it entirely in your hand. So your hand is being the container here. It's collecting all of that stagnant energy. Okay, I will now connect with Spirit. I command Spirit's God Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all stale, stagnant, dense energy contained within Guru in the Garage's hand from his shoulder, lifting that energy up out of his body, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified, and placing pure, healthy vitality energy into his left shoulder in exchange to bring rejuvenation and restoration back to his left shoulder. Apply. All right, so Guru, go ahead and take a deep breath in, deep breath out. You can just kind of slowly rotate your shoulder, okay? Now, if you notice that your shoulder's feeling a little bit lighter, okay, that's the effect of the Spirit Healing Code cards going to work, okay? So my recommendation, grab the Healing Code cards, okay? Grab them while they last. They will help you out definitely with the shoulder as well, too. I felt like there was some joint pain or some joint issues relating to the shoulder, so you want to maybe look into the joint enhancer that is contained in the Healing Code cards as well too. That can help you out. You may also want to look into the muscle enhancer and the nervous system enhancer as well too, as that can also assist you. Okay, so hope you're feeling better with your shoulder. Let me know how it feels, and thank you again for your request. Okay. Let me just scroll down the list here a bit more. Okay, so here's a hip request for Alice Liu. Alice Liu says, I wish for healing for my mobility issues in my hip region. Okay, so I'm not too sure if you're referring to both of your hips or one of your hips, but of course, you know best. So what I'm going to get you to do, Alice, is I just want you to take both of your hands and just place them upon the areas of your hips. Okay, we're going to work on both hips all together. And once again, I just want you to imagine like roots are coming out of the center of both of your palms. Okay, so when you're placing them on your hips, you're feeling those roots going in, and you're feeling all of that dense energy inside. Okay, and so I want you to imagine that you're absorbing through these roots all of the dense, stale, stagnant energy, and that it's going directly into your hands. Okay, and again, I want you just to state the following affirmation with me. I have 100% faith that all of the dense energy contained within my hips will be fully released from my body, and my hips shall be restored. And so it is. Okay? All right, so just feeling all of that energy, that dense, stale, stagnant energy of your hips going into your hands. Okay, and I will now connect with Spirit for you. I command spirits godlight to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all dense, stale, stagnant energy from the hands of Alice, lifting that energy up out of her body from her hips, putting them up into source consciousness to be purified, and placing healthy vitality energy directly into her hips, into her hip joints, to allow restoration and rejuvenation to come, bringing pure health back into her hip joints entirely. Apply. Okay, thank you very much, Alice. Hope that feels better for you. Like I said, if you're feeling a lightness there, that's the effect of the spirit codes working. Okay, so make sure you're drinking plenty of water. That's also for Guru in the garage as well too. Make sure you guys are drinking plenty of water today. I'd say at least 4 or 5 cups of water. Okay, get lots of rest today. Don't worry about being too rigorous with what you're doing today. Your body needs rest to really kind of process and assimilate all these codes that are coming in, because what's happening is that the etheric energy is immediately dispelling. Okay, so the etheric energy goes first. That's the instant effect that we feel. Okay, so when I've done healing on people in the past with spirit codes, they just feel like, poof, there's like this lightness that comes into them. Oh, that's the etheric effect. Okay, that's letting you know that the etheric essence vibration of everything that related to that dense energy is now purged. But now the physical body has to catch up with those changes. This is why within the days ahead, there's a gradual healing that takes place. Okay, so you want to basically give yourself 24 hours, kind of to take it easy, drink some water, get some rest. Meditation is good as well too. Then we do some resonant tuning. That also helps as well too. But again, the etheric goes first, and then the physical body starts to change in that way altogether. That responds to the changes of the old dense energy leaving the body. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to everybody. So etheric goes first, physical body starts showing the changes within the days ahead. Okay, so that's the gradual change. All right, thank you, Alice, for your request. Okay, now here's one from Ann Little. I would love a healing code for my dog who just started having seizures. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. So, Anne, this is where you'll be required as well too, because we'd have to kind of look into maybe the types of seizures, if they're severe, if they're minor. But basically, I would suggest that it's really working with the brain of the dog and the nervous system of the dog as well too. Okay. So, Anne, what I want you to do is I just want you to get yourself into a meditative state right now. Okay, deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, and I'll just refer to your dog as Anne's dog. Okay. And in this space, I just want you to imagine that your dog is just laying down on the ground before you. He's sleeping, okay? And I want you to imagine you're taking your left hand with the root, and you're putting it just by the base of his skull over here, okay? And you're just holding him there. Now, you don't have to do it with your physical hands. You can imagine it with your astral hands. That's fine as well, okay? But you're just putting it kind of around the base of his skull right around here. And you're imagining that root is coming in, okay? Second hand is going to be around the area of the lower body, maybe around the abdomen, okay? And you're, again, just putting that root into his body as well, okay? And I want you to imagine that you are now extracting all of the dense energy out of your dog that relates to the feeling of him having these seizures, okay? So basically clearing out all debris, all stagnant energy within his brain, all debris, all stagnant energy around the abdomen, but specifically around the nervous system, okay? So you're basically telling your hands, clear out the debris in his brain, clear out the debris in his nervous system, okay? So you want to clear all of that out. And now you're just collecting all of that dense energy into your hands, okay? And Anne, I want you to repeat after me. I have 100% faith that my dog will be completely healed from the seizures that he has been experiencing. And so it is. Okay? All right, so Anne, just letting yourself get comfortable, get relaxed, being in that meditative state as you're holding this space for your dog and you're feeling that dense energy in your hands as I connect with Spirit now. I command Spirit's God Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all dense energies contained within Anne's hand from her dog, lifting all of that energy up out of her dog's body, putting up into source consciousness to allow complete and total alleviation of the seizures contained within the brain and nervous system from the dog to be put up into source consciousness to be purified, and bringing pure, healthy vitality energy from spirit directly into Anne's dog to bring restoration and rejuvenation back into Anne's dog's body, to help heal the brain, to help heal the nervous system, and bring him back into pure health. Apply. Okay. Thank you very much, Anne. I hope your dog is feeling better. Okay. Just continue to give him blessings, all right? Continue to meditate with him. Continue just to send a lot of love energy. Have your angels working around him as well, too. That, too, will help a lot as well. Okay? Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, I have a request here from Susie B. Looking for help with heart problems and palpitations. Okay. So Susie, same thing. You can either place your left hand or your right hand upon your heart. Okay, either one is fine. Again, just seeing that root coming out of your hand, place it upon the heart. And again, I just want you to feel like that root is just going around the entirety of the heart, and it's just absorbing all dense, all stale or stagnant energies. It's absorbing plaque, it's absorbing tar, it's absorbing toxins, it's absorbing bacteria. Okay, all the harshness contained in the heart. I want you to feel that there now. Basically with you, Susie, I feel that you've had kind of an abused heart. Okay, there's a lot of emotional pain I'm feeling within your heart center, okay? Right now, we're just going to work with the physical toxicity of the heart, but I want you to start working with the BCR technique a lot more, okay? Work with the BCR technique, bring a lot of healing energy to your heart. Okay, that's what's going to help you out a lot, because I feel like you've gone through a lot emotionally with the heart, and it's been affecting it. There's a lot of energetic blockage there from what I'm feeling, okay? So again, your hand upon your heart, you're absorbing all of that dense energy. It's coming into your hand as a collector. Okay, Susie, I want you now just to state the following affirmation after me. I have 100% faith that my heart shall be completely cleared of all distortions, of all stagnancies, and will be brought back into proper health. And so it is. Okay. All right, so Susie, just holding your hand there as I connect with Spirit now. I command Spirit's God Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all stale, stagnant, toxic energy, harsh energy contained within the hand of Susie, lifting all of that energy up from her heart, from her hand, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified, and allowing pure, healthy vitality energy to come into Susie's heart, bringing pure health, rejuvenation, and restoration directly to her heart center. Apply. Okay, Susie, deep breath in, deep breath out. Thank you very much. Again, continue to work with the BCR technique. I think that will help you out quite a lot. Okay? Thank you again. Okay. Okay. So, Rigo, I got your donation here. Thank you very much for that. As your girlfriend is attending my class today, I'll be able to talk to her there, okay? And I'd rather talk to her if I have the opportunity to, okay? Because there's going to be an opportunity where there'll be a Q&A in the Spirit Ambassador classroom today. She can come to me, and she can present this information, and I'll be happy to help her. So as I'm seeing her face-to-face, it's better if I do it that way, okay? Thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. But I'll talk to her today in the Spirit Ambassador classroom, and we can certainly talk about the snoring problem that she has, okay? Okay, guys, snoring problem is not really a big deal, right? I know a lot of people just basically get irritated by it, but a lot of it in that sense is sinus issues, a lot of it is tonsils, a lot of it is throat problems as well, too, and we just need to kind of clear that out and work on that. But, you know, as long as you're sleeping, that's the important part, okay? All right, so... Deborah, just one thing, okay? So you asked for sinus, headaches, earaches, okay? So basically, why don't we just focus on headaches today for you, Deborah, okay? So Deborah, as you're talking about a headache, what I want you to do is you can kind of just place both hands up here if you want, or you can place one hand over here, whatever you feel is best. But again, just imagining those roots coming out, okay? And just going into your head. And right now, I just want you to imagine that you're just absorbing all of that dense, stagnant energy of the headache coming out of your head, okay? Of all that stagnant energy of that headache coming out of your head into your hand or hands. And just absorbing them directly into your hands altogether, okay? And Deborah, I just want you to repeat after me. I have 100% faith that my headache will be completely healed. Okay? So just keeping your hands there as I now connect with Spirit. I command Spirit's God light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all stagnant, dense, stale energy contained within Deborah's hands, lifting them out of her body, putting up into source consciousness to be purified, eliminating her headache, and putting healthy, loving vitality energy directly into her head, bringing healthy restoration and rejuvenation back into her head region. Apply. Okay. All right, thank you, Deborah. Deborah, so more alkaline in your diet, okay? Your body is quite highly acidic, okay? So there's a lot of adrenaline rushes I feel that you've been doing. I think that there's been some emotional issues. Now, here's a clear understanding for many of you guys, okay? Whenever we're dealing entirely with adrenaline is acidic, okay? So it's a toxin in the body. So whenever we're getting like a fight or flight response, whenever we're highly depressed or we're highly anxious, or we get really over agitated, over excited, our body produces adrenaline, and that adrenaline goes into the organs, okay? And that is highly acidic. It is highly toxic. When you are actually stressed out, medical science has discovered this as well too. When you're very stressed out, when you're very tense, your body becomes highly acidic. That's because of the adrenaline, okay? So adrenaline goes into your system and it's building up too much. It's going into your organs, and now you're turning acidic, okay? Deborah, that is your case. So you want to make sure that you are, again, eating very healthy, eating greens, but most importantly, beyond diet, because diet's not the most important thing, okay? Emotional health is the most important thing. So again, work with the BCR technique. Work with what Adronis was talking about relating to the silver lining agenda, I believe it was called, or silver lining something. Silver lining assignment, okay? Work with a silver lining, or more importantly, work with a happiness list, okay? So as you work with a happiness list, you're thinking of 5 top things that are making you happy, and you're putting the maximum potential of love behind all of those things, like a 10 out of 10 on a scale. And you're so happy you're going at the top of this mountain. Now you can command that love energy like a servant and say, I have this headache, or I have high acidity in my body. I want to clear that out. I want to balance it out. Love energy says, as you wish, master, boom. And now you start feeling the effects of the love energy. Within seconds, within minutes, you start smiling. And you don't know why, because your soul is telling you that area has been cleared, okay? The more love and the more happiness you guys are putting into your body, the healthier you will become. The more stressed out, the more tense, the more anxious, the more angry, the more frustrated, all of that, the more that you become all of those things, you're going to abuse your body, you're going to hurt yourself. Okay, as simple as that. We need to work on being very, very receptive, very open, very loving, and very forgiving towards ourselves and to everybody else. And I know that can be a challenge, but you want to stimulate yourself each and every day, even if you get up in the morning, to bring a lot of happiness into your day. Okay, so top 5 list on your happiness list, BCR technique, okay? And you're putting all this love energy together. You guys have these free tools on my YouTube channel that you can use, right? I've talked about this before. This is extremely important. I'm not telling you guys this over and over and over again to bug the hell out of you, but I'm telling you this because this is a very important tool, and you need to prove to yourselves that you're taking this work seriously, okay? You are not just working in the spirituality field because it's a piece of your identity, okay? If that's the reason you're doing this, you should stop doing it altogether, okay? If you want to truly dive into the spiritual field, you are healing yourself to become completely free. You are healing yourself to become completely refreshed. You're not looking at this for dimensions and densities and the 6th density Octurians and the 7th density Palladians and all of that crap. All right, that's not why you're in the spirituality field. Okay, you are here to set yourself free. Yes, we have star family. Yes, we have star connections, all of that. But again, if you're basically putting all of your head together with all this fluff, that's not going to help you out. Okay, you are coming into this field to understand how to liberate yourself, how to come completely free. And that's what I'm teaching my students in the Spirit Ambassador classroom. I am going to teach them how to become empowered people so that they can apply all of these techniques, so they don't have to come to me anymore, so that they don't have to come to any experts anymore or any other teachers anymore. They become their own practitioners. They become their own teachers. And those are the students that I'm working with, because now they can handle the load as well too with people that need help. So again, this is where it's very, very important. We are working very, very seriously to try and release all of this. Okay? So I ask you guys, why aren't you doing this? Right? Why aren't you putting an effort together every single day to building up this great love energy? Because it's kind of like an effortless uneffortlessness. Right? All you're doing is building up love, and you're feeling good and you're feeling amazing. And now you start putting all this love energy, and now you see how clay-like your entire reality is. You start to see the Rubik's Cube of your reality starting to shift, because you are now able to command your reality by the great potency of love energy that you have with you. Right? So the top 5 list, things that make you happy. Oh, my angels are coming down from heaven. They're giving me a hug. I'm out in nature and I have all these beautiful animals just coming by together and snuggling with me. Right? My partner is with me and I can see him or her and his beautiful light, and we're embracing each other and it's so wonderful. Great. All of these are fantastic, right? It's your imagination at work. So you're creating that top 5 list, and you're maximizing all the love energy completely out of that until it's this big gigantic ball that you're turning into an entity. And now it's a love servant and saying, Master, how may I serve you? And you say, okay, well, I got this thing with depression. I want to clear that out right now. No problem. Let it be done. Boom. And now within seconds, you can cross out the depression on your challenges list, because you were able to make a change by yourself, because that's how it truly works. Reality is happening from you. It is not happening to you. Okay? So again, I tell you this, guys, because I want to continue to tell you until you finally breach and you say, okay, good, I'm going to go ahead and do this love energy. I'm going to do the BCR technique. I'm going to do my top 5 happiness list and my challenges list, because that's going to help me out a lot. Yes. Work with the silver lining. Work with the love energy. That is what's going to restore everything. Love cures all. Okay? That is not a catchphrase. That is very, very literal. If you want the miracle pill, it's love energy. Okay? Love energy clears everything. It cures cancer. It cures diabetes. It cures chronic disorders. It cures emotional imbalances. It cures traumas. It cures lack. It cures all of it, because you're up here now and you're walking on clouds while all of your debris is down here. And you're walking above it all. You're completely transitioning it. So again, something to really take into consideration, okay? Work with the love energy. That is what's going to be your liberation. Set yourself free. Don't put a Band-Aid on things. That's not going to help, all right? Okay, moving on. All right, so Ada Louisa says, please could you help me with my throat? Since my last cold, I'm still coughing uncontrollably. Okay, so this will be our last healing request, and then we're going to move on into Q&A. Okay, guys, so get your Q&A ready on the chat for myself or for Adronis. Excuse me. All right, Ada, I'll just call you Ada if that's okay. So helping you with your throat, you have a cold, so basically I would suggest that you're actually working with your throat and your chest and your lungs, okay? So basically we'll work with this one area here, throat, chest, okay? So Ada, I just want you to place one hand here, just below your throat, and another one here upon the center of your chest, okay? And I want you just to feel the roots coming out again and just absorbing all of the dense energy. So I want you just to close your eyes, take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. And I want you to feel where the congestion is, okay? I want you to feel where the virus is, right? It's not the congestion that's actually the problem. That's our body's defense mechanism. We want to go into the virus. We want to clear the virus out, okay? So we're going into our throat, we're going into our chest, and we're telling it, send me the virus, put it into my hands, okay? Send me the virus, send me the bacteria, send me the harshness of this sickness, put it into my hands, okay? So I want you just to take a moment now, just to put all that energy, absorbing it into your hand or your hands. Okay. And now you're just going to state the following affirmation after me. I have 100% faith that my throat and chest will be completely restored and will be brought into good health. Okay? All right, so just keeping your hands there as I connect with Spirit now. I command Spirit's God light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all the harshness, all the stagnancy, all the stale and toxic energy and viruses and bacteria that is causing the sickness within Ada, lifting that energy up out of her hands, out of her body, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified, and bringing healthy vitality energy directly into her throat, into her chest area, to completely bring alleviation to the sickness and bringing her back into pure, rejuvenated, restored health. Apply. Okay. So Ada, just monitor your condition for today as well. Just continue to take good care of yourself, okay? Lots of water, lots of rest, lots of liquids. All right? Hope you're feeling better. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, we are now wrapping up our healing session for today's webcast. So I'm just going to scroll down the list. Like I said, if you guys do have questions for Adronis or for myself, you can feel free to bring that forward, okay? Also, one says, wow, Spirit Ambassador Peck seems so cool. It's very, very cool. Like I said, I'm working very, very deeply with my students. I'm going to be working very, very deeply than what I've ever worked on here for, right? It's going to be very, very deep information. There's curriculums where we're going to be looking into many different areas. It's not just the idea of methods and procedures. We are going to be looking into philosophies as well, too. We will have Q&A time. Plus, there's courses online through the Patreon that you'll be able to access as well, too. So it's a lot of fun, okay? So it's patreon.com/New Earth Teachings, okay? Now, here's a very interesting question here from Jing Wu. Okay, Jing asks, can God be channeled? Okay, channeling is not the right word when you're talking to God. So the answer would be no, okay? Now, there's a lot of entities out there that claim to be God, or claim to be Mother, Father God, or claim to be Prime Creator, or whatever it is, that in that sense say that they can be channeled. Now, it's not to say that they're not channeling them, but they're only connecting with a very small portion of that fragment, of that energy in that way, okay? Now, when you're actually developing yourself to connect with the entity known as God, right, known as the Mother, the Father in that way, it doesn't really come through a channeled source, okay? And the reason is because I've talked to the Mother, I've talked to the Father, I've talked to the Creator altogether, of the Most High. And it's not a channeling state. It's not like how I channel Adronis. It's very, very different. It's kind of like, I'm trying to find a good way to put it into words that's a little bit challenging to say. You're talking to God, but God chooses when to answer you, okay? God does not always come through. God does not always speak to you, right? You're putting your intention out, and when she does come through and she does speak to you, it's through your soul, okay? It's through your soul. It's not like a channeled state. Now, your words can become what you're receiving in that way, similar to a channeling state, but again, I do not really call it a channeling state, because God is not really coming into a channeled state to connect with you. It's a very natural state. So when I've done videos where I've been teaching stuff such as the universal laws, maps, etc., that is a lot of what I'm receiving from God, right? And that is coming through. But again, it's not so much like a channeled state. So channeled is not the right word to call your connection with God. I basically just call it you're at oneness with Him, okay, or with her, okay? You're at one-ment with God, and you feel her presence in your soul, right? And she's speaking to your soul. You now feel what she is telling you, and you now sense what she is telling you. And it's like your words now become dialogue, and you basically just go into this natural state where you feel her and you just start talking, and that is a reception to what she is sending you through your soul, okay? So I can't really say that he or she can be channeled, okay? That's not very accurate. Like I said, people can channel aspects or small portions of what they believe God to be. But God is so powerful and so amazingly vast and infinite, we can't even process it, right? You can't channel that, right? That's not possible. You can only really just go into very small bits, like little dewdrops that may come in, and you're getting certain forms of understandings. But here's the thing also, there's a lot of entities that are basically in the astral domain that believe themselves to be God. and they will call themselves God, okay? And there are certain channels on the planet that have started to channel these entities that are really just in the astral plane because they feel that they are the center of the entire creation, right? They feel that they are the God, and that's not the case, okay? There is no the God when it comes to the aspect of astral entities, okay? There is only one the God, and the God is not even existing in this universe, okay? She is far beyond it. This is just one of her creations, right? We are part of her creations. We're closest to God. Humanity was designed in that particular way. But looking into feeling that God exists within this universe is not at all accurate, okay? God has created this universe. This is a living manifestation of God's mind. But God is not the universe itself, okay? Whenever we focus so much just on the universe, you're limiting yourself, okay? The universe is not all that you are either, because you have the ability to go beyond this universe. If the universe is all that you are, how come you can go beyond it, right? I've gone beyond it. So no, you are not the universe either. The universe is a part of you, but it's not the entirety of you altogether, right? So we get that typical New Age thing and saying, you're just a universe experiencing itself, blah, 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 and New Age fluff crap, right? So get past that idea, okay? You are a son, daughter of the Most High. The universe is something that you are working with as an interface, as something that you are becoming familiar with, pertaining to working together with God's mind and helping you to understand more about yourself. But that's not all there is to you, because you have a continuum of expression that goes far beyond the aspects of just this universe, right? This is a container, a beautiful container that God has created, and you volunteered to come into this universe to help understand more about your parent, and to help understand more about you, help understand more about life streams, about reality, etc., so that you can learn this as a God yourself, and the God will therefore give you your own universe, and you will go into that universe and you will start creating as a God of that universe. But you will never be higher than the Most High. You will always work under her or him, okay? So it's the whole idea that you're basically creating grandchildren in your own universe. You have your own souls that come together, and they're grandchildren, you could say, that would be of the Most High. And it continues to go that way. But you will never be higher than the Creator. The creation can never be higher than the Creator, right? It's the same thing with your creations. Your creations can't be higher than you, right? They always work under you. And that's how we will always be relating to the idea of the God, okay? Hope that helps, Jing. Thank you very much. Okay, going down the list here. Okay, here's a question here about twin flames. Okay, so Sigrid says, can you say something about twin flames? I feel somebody I don't know who it is, but of following the signs number. Okay. Really what I would suggest to many people, if you're starting to get that feeling, Sigrid, meditate. Okay. As you meditate, envision what you feel your other half, I don't really use the word twin flame, but your other half, what he or she represents to you. Okay. What do they look like? What do they feel? What is their personality, do you feel? What is it that you feel represents that other half? How do they act? How do they behave? Right? What kind of qualities do they have? What do you feel within them? Right? What do you feel is your ideal relationship with that particular person? And once you have a good image of that, call them in. Okay? You command spirit, you command love to bring them in, to call them in. Now, basically from what I'm getting is saying, if you were to say, oh, just bring them in, the spirit is basically saying it's in progress, right? It's happening. It's coming together. You don't have long to wait, okay? So the other half is coming. It's in a process right now, but like I said, you can work together in meditation and envision that person, and you'll have impressions, okay? Don't try to create that person, okay? Just tune in to what that other half of you is. Okay, you're tuning into what they represent. So you may tune into an image. An image comes to you. You're not trying to consciously create what this partner looks like, okay, because you may get disappointed by that. So tune into your other half. Let their impression of what their being is come directly to you. And now you're feeling that and say, oh, okay, I'm kind of getting an impression of what he or she will look like, okay? And again, as the time draws closer, you will know. It'll just snap together. You'll meet this person. You'll feel this connection. And that will be your validation of knowing that that other half is coming your way. Okay? Thank you very much, Sigrid. Okay. So, Sorry, I have to scroll up. There's some shifting of the chat here. Okay, there's a question here about Adronis in 2020. Will you make a video with Adronis regarding the year 2020? Yeah, I usually do that around the end of the year. Okay, so probably around November or December, there'll be a 2020 video altogether. 2020 is basically just called the year of exposure, right? It's a continuation of the year of disclosure, but it's also a year of foundation as well, too. New foundations are going to be built in 2020. Of course, I'll leave it to Adronis, but yeah, around November or December, there'll be a 2020 video coming out for Adronis to share that information, okay? Okay, sorry guys, I'm just kind of answering questions randomly because my chat keeps shifting here. Susie B asks, can Adronis shed light on what Bigfoot is, or if he exists? Okay, well, first of all, Bigfoot is not just one entity, okay, but a variety of entities, okay? They're a civilization. Now, Adronis has already talked about Bigfoot, okay? Go to my YouTube channel and watch the video, Adronis, the Sasquatch Races, okay? Adronis talks all about Bigfoot there, okay? So just go on my YouTube channel, Adronis, the Sasquatch Races, and he shares everything relating to Sasquatch there, okay? Susie, that would be a good thing for you to check out. You can find it on my channel, okay? Okay. So let me just scroll up the list here. Okay, so there's, of course, the question about what is the perspective that Adronis has of the Hindu god and goddess Radha and Krishna, okay? Well, again, I can bring him in, but basically in that sense, they represent deity archetypes pertaining to the Hindu faith, right? So basically, again, as the Hindu represent a variation of different gods, these all represent, you could say, godlike mentalities, godlike ethics, godlike emotions, godlike work, our characteristics, that is much more in a state of fragmentation rather than the idea of looking at it as a whole, okay? So that's basically the answer. But I will see if I can bring Adronis in and he can share information relating to goddess Radha and Krishna. So let me just give me 1 minute here, guys. I just need to fix my display here. 1 moment. Okay, come on, display. What are you doing here? Okay, I think I got it straight now. All right, so I'll just be 1 moment as I bring Adronis in, and we'll begin. Soul Star Sirius Adronis We are here at this time, and we bid you greetings, and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis of Sirius. We send love, appreciation, and blessings to all of you tuning in to this Internet Collective Consciousness broadcast. The question for us is relating to the idea of Radha and Krishna contained within the Hindu faith and what they may represent. You have to understand that much of the deities that you would term within your Hindu faith actually relates to completed souls. All right? So again, there is certainly the idea of looking at certain gods that would fit the bill, as it would, relating to the true God. All right? But there's also the idea in that sense of what you would term in Christianity as ascended masters or archangels in that particular way, or the seraphim in that particular way. And there are similarities pertaining to that within the Hindu faith. But they are seen in that sense with different forms of characteristics. But these are completed souls. These are unified souls. So when you look at Radha and Krishna, they are originally looking at their halves. and that together combined, they represent that of unified consciousness. They represent that of a unified soul, or even an oversoul in that particular way. So much of the deities that you find within the Hindu religion often relate to the idea of highly evolved masters, highly evolved beings, completed souls that are therefore worshipped through the Hindu religion because each of them hold specific qualities pertaining to the understanding of your own human psyche. And that is how they have been valued over the many thousands of years based upon the stage of the religion, because through the aspect of your upbringing, you have learned to connect with these unified souls, these unified states of consciousness, these higher, quote-unquote, angelic beings that are seen as deities. So whether you are looking at Christianity pertaining to the idea of angels, whether you are looking at the Hindu religion pertaining to the idea of the deities, this is all one and the same. It does not matter, because they all represent a state of completion. They all represent unification within themselves, and they all relate to the idea of specific characteristics that are in tune with your own psyche, characteristics, attitudes, and behaviors, to helping you understand how the nature of good fortune comes together in all harmony pertaining to the many facets, or rather many faces of yourselves, to which these deities are the reflections of. We thank you very much. Okay, it's great information. Thank you, Jonas. All right, thank you very much, Revoluchan. I hope that answers your question. Okay, let's go ahead and move down. Okay, here's a question here from a targeted individual. Okay, I have worked with targeted individuals. I've worked with many of them. Okay, I'm a targeted individual in remote natural neural monitoring, satellite-based mind control, artificial telepathy technologies. Yes, I'm aware of all of that. I know. What do I do to protect myself from this? Contact me, okay? So basically what we can do is we can cancel out any implants that are contained in your body. We can cancel out any particular entity informants, because this is actually what happens. There's a lot of astral entity informants that are actually hired by governments here on the planet that will actually enter your field, and they're actually monitoring and creating a lot of these particular forms of torturous situations to you. But again, there is a sense of vulnerability within yourself that, again, has created this ability of these beings coming together, okay? Now, basically what happens is that you may have, at some particular point, made a very strong point of contact, okay? You've made a strong point of contact, perhaps pertaining to an entity or a group, and that there is a lot of vital information that you yourself are meant to provide others. And this, in that sense, gets you blacklisted on the idea of targeted individual lists. So when you basically have these kind of very deep connections spiritually, and they reveal something very, very strong that could be a threat to the idea of the opposition's agenda, then they basically hire these kind of astral informants, which means they are physical beings, but they will actually go into the astral realm. Now, some of them are not even human, okay? They will actually go into the astral realm, and they will actually monitor you as an informant, as an agent. So what we can do with spirit codes is what I've done with a person in Japan, because I just finished coming back from Japan, and there was a person there who was also a targeted individual, went through the exact same things you did, exact same things, cleared it all out, okay? So implants get cleared out, the idea of any AI gets cleared out, the informant is banished, okay? The technology within the space is deactivated, all of that, okay? But it's a bit of a sophisticated process. So Barefoot Sun Gazer, you have to contact me, okay? And we'd have to set up a session. Again, my sessions are a little bit busy right now, but I could probably get to you in a couple of weeks. So please contact me, okay? info@newearthteachings.org. I have worked with quite a few different targeted individuals and have helped to clear out a lot of their stuff, a lot of that intrusive technology and intrusive behavior that a lot of these other agencies are doing, okay? Because Spirit is doing it all. I'm not doing it. Spirit is coming through and deactivating a lot of these things altogether. But I want to work together. I want to find out exactly what you're going through. And like I said, it's a bit of a sophisticated process. So please contact me, okay? And that's for anybody else. If you or anyone you know is a targeted individual, you come to me, okay? And I'll help you out with that. Spirit will work with you, and we'll basically do our best to get everything with that cleared up, okay? Thank you very much, Barefoot Sun Gazer, for your sharing. And that's important for people to know, okay? There are targeted individuals, right? There's gang stalkers, is all that. One of my friends, psychic Bob Hickman, okay? He's a targeted individual. He's a very powerful psychic. I've had him on the channel before through interviews. And he's been barraged by them as well too. I've attempted to give him some advice. I don't know if he's actually taken it or not, but it's a very real thing, right? You basically get these kind of astro hunters or astro informants that are basically putting all these contaminated implants within your energy field, right? And so we want to work to clear them out a lot. Okay, moving down the list here. Okay, I'm just going to scroll down. Sorry, my chat again is going kind of random here. Okay. It's interesting questions here, guys. So we only got about 7 minutes left, so I think I'd probably take about 2 more left. Some of it isn't even questions, they're just mostly comments here. So some good questions. Just trying to pick out one that I think would be very good here. Okay, so Mealy says there's a lot of activity in the Cantabria, Spain, on the mountains. What type of races live there? Okay. Basically, whenever you're detecting activity, it's usually the result of underground installations. Okay, so there are basically bases contained in the mountains. So when I actually went to South Africa in Cape Town, there's what's known as the 12 Apostles, the mountains there as well too. A lot of those have underground installations altogether. Okay. The mountain that you were referring to also, what I'm getting is that there's a base there. There's an installation there. Okay, there's a lot of hidden installations. There's a lot of hidden bases contained underneath the mountains and all over the world, right? So whether you're in Spain, whether you're in Australia, whether you're in South Africa, wherever you are, pretty much odds are there's going to be a base. There's going to be a certain mountain that has a base of operations, and you're going to notice a lot of activity there. Sometimes you may see spacecraft coming around there. You may also start to feel like beams of light may be coming out in that particular way. These can, in that sense, be transportation means. This can also be the idea of ships that are actually coming in through different dimensions and going directly into the mountain as well too. This happens. Okay, what kind of races there? I couldn't tell you, right? I don't always get the names of these particular races. Some of them are human extraterrestrial races. There are hybrid races that also use these bases as well too. There's reptilians that use those bases. There's insectoids that use those bases. There's all different kinds. There can even be inner Earth civilizations that may even use some of these installations as well too. It's a very rich amount of beings that we have within the mountains, within these installations, within the Earth. There's a smorgasbord of them. Okay, so there's all kinds. So without me actually being able to go to the mountain there itself, I could not really tell you. Okay. But basically what I am receiving is that, yes, there are installations contained inside the heart of these mountains altogether, okay? Some of them actually exist in different dimensions. So even if you were to try and dig inside the mountain, you actually wouldn't find any particular form of installation because they're actually transdimensional. They're actually existing in another dimension. And until they actually remove the veil and reveal themselves, then you would actually see this base that could actually be picked up by satellite imagery pertaining to its appearance. A lot of these are quote-unquote cloaked or veiled into different dimensions. And again, this is why you have beams of light or craft flying into the mountain in that particular way. Some of them will actually go inside the center of the Earth and basically use that singularity as a transport to pop into another area of the universe, wherever it is they want to go. So that happens as well too. So it's a very vast field. But like I said, unless I see the mountain myself, I really can't comment on it. I'd have to really see it. I'd have to feel into it and see exactly what I could discover. But all I'm getting from Spirit is that there's installations within that particular area. Okay. Okay, guys, we're going to take one more question. I'm going to wrap it up after that because I do have to get ready for the Spirit Ambassador classroom. Valorous says, that's bad, but for your being targeted, you must be a real important element in this Earth Ascension program. Who is to say that he's not, right? You think that, again, it has to be some big name person. It doesn't, right? These can be people who are just in their common ways of life, right? The person I talked to in Japan, a very ordinary woman, right? Just living a very basic life, having a basic job, ordinary job, office job in that way. Yet she's a targeted individual. Try not to stereotype these things too much, okay? The very common person can have these incredible visits because there's something about them that needs to come out and share this information with a lot of other people as well too. And it comes through a lot of the common people. So yes, obviously there's some big information that's coming out pertaining to contact with these beings or connecting to any other particular forms of consciousness. Anything that relates to a particular thread of an agenda is, again, something that is psychically monitored, okay? You guys have to understand that many of these agencies have psychic informants, okay? And they can tell when a portal opens, they can tell when there's connections with other beings that are coming through and they're trying to talk to other versions of themselves. They monitor that. They say, okay, we need to get on this person. We can't let them get this information out, okay? And it can happen with common people, okay? And it can be a very simple type of sighting as well, too. But nonetheless, there's something there that's causing this targeted individual situation to happen, okay? So don't judge a book by its cover. All of these things can happen to any particular common person. It happens to a lot of quote-unquote common people, just working in common jobs, office jobs, clerical jobs, etc. And that this situation happens, and now before they know it, they're targeted individuals, okay? Look it up. There's hundreds or even thousands of them that are being targeted all the time. So I can help as many as I can, but I have to talk to them. I have to find out what they're going through, and we have to work together in that particular way, okay? Thank you, guys. So let's go to our last question here. Here's one from Nadine. Brad, I hope you will make video of what you have experienced in South Africa with Michael. I'm sure you have many stories to tell. I do. I certainly do. Like I said, the giant footprint was one of the most interesting ones I've seen. But basically, in a nutshell, there's a lot of fossils that are just scattered all over South Africa, right? It's almost like it's raining down fossils. And you have ancient fossils of animals, you have ancient fossils of giants, you have ancient fossils that could probably even be extraterrestrial as well too. But nobody is out there even looking at these fossils, and that shocked the hell out of me. Michael's the only one doing it. Michael's the only one in South Africa who is actually looking at these things, studying them in that sense. No other archaeologist, no other expert, no other teacher, nobody is doing it but him. That's shocking to me. And there's history all over the place. Hundreds of thousands or perhaps even millions of years old. If you guys want to go to the most ancient sites there is on the planet, you go to South Africa, okay? They are hundreds of thousands of years old, okay? Adam's calendar is over 292,000 years old, okay? The Great Pyramids of Egypt are 20,000 years old. So looking at the Adam's calendar, that's 292,000 years old. That's ancient, okay? It's an incredible place. I even put spirit codes around that place so that it wouldn't be damaged, because there are some hecklers that come over there and they trash the place quite a bit. So I basically put a lot of protection energy, or not really protection energy, but just basically angelic guardianship around that area as well too. I got a lot of readings from the idea of South Africa. The thing is, guys, I haven't had a chance to put it up yet. I got so much work to do right now with classrooms and with the healing code cards and with my sessions and with the events coming up. I don't have time. So I will do what I can to get time to put some more stuff up. But yeah, there's channelings that Adronis have done that I haven't even been able to touch yet and haven't been able to edit. There's just so much more other things I have to do right now. When my time starts to ease down a little bit, yes, I'll see if I can put some of that stuff up. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that I saw there, and it shocked the hell out of me that hardly anybody is investigating this. It's shocking to me, right? There's gold everywhere in South Africa. It's like an entire land of gold. It's like what I talked about with Michael Tallinger in our interview, right? There's gold everywhere. It's like the richest continent there is. And there's just piles of gold, piles of golden sand everywhere. Mining dumps everywhere. And gold is just laying all over the place. Nobody's even touching it. Shocking, right? This is why I say that South Africa was both beautiful and shocking at the same time. So there's a lot that I can discuss, but I really don't have time today. But yes, I will look to see if I can get into that when I can, okay? Okay, guys, we're going to wrap up. Thank you, everybody, for your great questions today, for your healing requests. I really appreciate it. So I will join you all again next week, 10:30 a.m. to 11:30. That's the new time for the New Earth Teachings webcast. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day and weekend wherever you are in the world, and I'll speak to you again next week. Take care.